Thank you. Connect. Who should win Anambra governorship election?
Wayo, 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 politician.
Fight, grab it, snatch it, and run with it.
Let's fight enemies, stop corruption.
Yeah, viewers and subscribers, this is BVI Channel 1. I am Asu Channel Peters. We are live on our program today. Who should win Anambra State governorship election? We are streaming on our social media platforms. We're streaming on our Facebook, on our YouTube channels, and also on Instagram. Wherever you're watching from, the question is, who should win Anambra governorship election? So I'll be joined by Ndubisi and the Queen and other of our analysts who will be part of this program this moment. All right. So wherever you're watching from, let's have your opinion on this. They are joining me virtually from Zoom. Let me quickly bring them on so that we kick the program started earnestly. So Ndubisi, you can unmute yourself. Let's get to start from your own end. Talk to me. Can you hear me? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, Chile, I can hear you. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much for joining on this program this afternoon. We are talking about who should win Anambra governorship election. From your own assessment of everything that is happening, what do you think of the candidates representing frontline political parties?
Well, before I say what I think I should play the voice on the street as the representative of the people out there. You know, before you can pick my own opinion. Let me play the voice of this person from Ethiopia.
MLLN to be a leader, they will have politicians. Yatako everywhere. 4 years later, so na government. You teach of your back. Even you believe I'm a business and this of your support. Yes. And when you get financial support about people, the likes of Oka for Naka, this is Uki and his sport. When you find the chance of them, when you find Diamond and when you find Yaku, when you find Yaku, squad Oka for Naka, which is Uki, one of warfare. When you find the solution, when you find one buff, and I was on $1,000 for la money and they pull up your rose. You go in Kenji and you social rose. Mamma Cash and Rose, you social. So you do the government, the labor. Laws on a village, can hear on this offer. So Japan's gonna design and this offer and see. You people should be block way for this offer. The nearest future. Because all I have done government is sign and this offer. Tally, when then is kindred and some people in his village, which is who is not a chair. So the people that are supporting Tally, no money, and some people from his village, who is his offer. Some people are not all. They are not also out of gullibility and the fear. That's what they are talking about. So because when you're not called this offer, I will take it like a person. Because to state it clear, this offer is not totally supporting Soludo. And when the APC, when the Labour, when the PDP, when the YPP is offer, because when I block on the way, because when black men go name it in after the guys and I support the police. She goes to one the same for this offer exists. Go and ask them, wait for me this offer. Imagine somebody you take power your way, so 4 years in Tababa. come up out of 50, 4 years later, come up out of 50 million, Sabia will go over 1 million to 200,000. I said, I choose you, because I actually don't know nothing. Come back, because when is Sophia youth, is Sophia people, abroad for me. So, don't when his fans in Sophia, of our Asia, you know, and most of them are money for them in Anambra State, on a village. They could use of solidarity for platform. Some of them on Twitter and some platforms where they issue raise discussion. When you're not on our you could create a point. So, we don't have a lot. You know, when he started this project, he didn't consult with this Sophia, but I do then, but I do it one OB. I inform that alone, she had the thing on those which is none of our business. Much of none of our business. One of these sources of the why am I talking about that? So one of the things is Sophia, if we get a and few friends from the village. Thank you.
All right, Chinedu.
I want to give the person audio, yeah. Cool. Let's have your own opinion first before we put in our own submission.
Okay, this is the voice of the people, the voice of somebody from Soludo village. Oh, sorry, from Soludo town. You know, I cannot, being the ambassador general of GGM, you know, I have my view, the view of the platform, in line with the social contract we signed with Professor Charles Soludo. Emma, this is the beauty of democracy. So people will say that the worst democratic government is better than the best military administration. You know, the beauty of democracy is that even from my own family, we may not have the same voice. My wife might have reason why she's taking side with somebody, you know. And it's not for me to be angry with her. It's for me to call her attention, to convince me why I should go with that person. So it's just the conviction that will move me towards supporting that her person. That is the beauty of democracy. It's not the issue of getting angry when you disagree with somebody. But at this point, I have to say, Chinedu, that so many of our people do not understand what to expect from people in government. I mean, when I say people in government, I mean the servants in government. Those guys are hired by us to represent us. So they are our servants. So many of our people don't have expectations. They don't expect anything from elected representatives, in this case, governor. They do not know what the governor should do. And they have not taken their time to define those things the governor should do for them. That is the crisis we have. Some of them, if you ask some of them, they will tell you that the governor is doing well because he has built roads that nobody has been able to do in the past 24 years or 25 years since this our democratic experience started in 1999. And to that extent, they will pitch tent with Professor Soludo. Somebody in our platform was arguing that what he has done in Onitsha, he has built so many roads, and in Onitsha, we have security, some level of security in Onitsha that you can come into Onitsha by 11 a.m. in the night, or 11 p.m. in the night, sorry, without fear of the touts or bad boys harassing you. To him, Professor Charles Soludo has done enough for him. And to that extent, he will support him. Would you have any issue with that person? No, no. But let me speak for good governance. For good governance, we have our appraisal rating and we have our social contract with the governor. And to the best of our assessment, what we've been able to do so far, he has not met our expectations. To start with, I gave out number one in our social contract: food production, food security. We need a governor who will guarantee that first need of man. In Maslow hierarchy of need, you talk of food before you talk about shelter. So a governor who will pay attention to that sector of the economy. But so far, unless somebody will call in or somebody will remind me that the governor has done excessively well, or the governor has budgeted enough resources towards food production in the state. And that number one, I've not seen what Soludo has been able to do. Talking about food, there is something, Chinedu, we campaign for ban on open grazing in Anambra State, just like western Nigeria, or most states in southwest part of Nigeria have already set up their own security system to go against, to enforce open grazing or anti-open grazing law in southwestern part of Nigeria. So it is our conviction that whoever is the governor, nothing na-eche echiche ọfụma maka ndị befa, na-eche maka food security na ala Igbo, that person should be able to enforce that law that Obiano administration put in place. But up to this moment, Professor Charles Soludo has not been able to enforce the law. For no reason, he has not been able to explain to anybody why that law has not been enforced. That is for food security. The second one is engagement with the people. This is even included in his social contract manifesto with the people of Anambra State as people's governor. He himself said that he will be engaging with the people of Anambra State on periodic basis. Now he started it once, twice, and he abandoned that. I mean, having a media chat every now and then with the media, the representatives of the people, so that people will call him on phone, ask him questions, that he will give his clarification as the governor. But he has not been able to sustain that. Of course, we can see Alessio sustaining his own media charge. Every month you see him, the gathering of all the media outfits in Abia State, with all the bloggers gathering in one location. This coming month, he promised that the venue will happen at Michael Okpara Hall, newly constructed by Alessio administration. That is media engagement. So I'll just begin to, I will continue. But let me conclude by saying in internal democracy, which is in our social contract with Soludo, he has not been able to do anything. Internal democracy has to do with ABGA, electing their representatives that they will send to State House of Assembly, to local government, to Senate. ABGA has not been able to live up to expectations. ABGA being the only political party being controlled by a state government. So Soludo has not been able to live up to expectations to that end. So I can say that having given these 3 instances, his performance is below average. Chinedu, I think let me stop Unless if you have further questions to ask.
No, but one only question. We're just having this conversation because at the frontliners, none of this race. Yeah, Funa Soludo have boasted a couple of times that no also now the only person on this race. Doesn't was if Nacho. When Bali say Abia, or set to lawyer perhaps, or on your appointment, but call compensate. Man, we've seen that na Oko Nachia, Oko Diova, to the point that he's even inducing voters. I'm still going to. I've already spoken about it, but I've not published it. I'm going to publish it on our platform so that can they nafube ya fokuya malifeneme watago. So Soludo no unge manat na Okudova, and that people are really after what is happening. People wants to get involved in this election because anyway, more political awareness and they create out there. So onye nke kwulu okwu na the audio ipo, well, it'll make some sense. Watago, my name ago na uche onye adi anjo. He's just trying to send out one message that Soludo should stop emasculating himself, that every person is supporting him, including his own community. Then were people who are opposing his own candidature, irrespective of the fact that all of these have all boiled down on personal interest and political interest. Watago. So that's my own take. Mom, Queen, you are there. Queen, on we hear you. You take one phone again na landscape. Okay, if you are muted, you are muted. So we can't hear what you are saying.
Okay. You asked us to mute
Your phone again na landscape. Kwa we bata na I will feel go from so that Soludo ne the list in that apolo they oppose his campaign or candidate.
How am I supposed to do it? It's not giving me that option.
In the landscape. But nevertheless, Osebela airport to near here keeper in nigga.
Oh,
so
yeah.
let's hear what you're
Continue,
saying.
you can talk.
Talk.
Okay, I've listened to what you all said, and I still hold my I hold same sentiment with Ndubisi. Soludo have not done anything for us. I'm not part of the people that they will do road for, and they will be clamoring for the person's return. Anambra is not giving me joy. It's not what he promised us that we are saying. So I believe that we should try someone else. Maybe Choma Ifemele will do better.
In Kaneku, angel you know and the angel you don't know. I don't know.
Okay, now I want to correct an impression with this. The devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. The fact that you know a devil does not stop the fact that devil is a devil. He still remains a devil. You understand? So I think we should give an angel a try. Because if why should we stick with a devil when we don't even know if the angel will be better? I don't know if you get my point. But what I'm just trying to say is that we need someone else in Anambra State. Professor Chukuma Solu then went home line. Yeah, he has done nothing. There is no good governance structure in Anambra State. He's just doing the same
Okay, we try somebody else. All the Buhari na Tinubu, all the worst persons.
Yes, then we keep trying until we get it right. The problem is that we cannot stick to mediocrity because we are scared. It doesn't work that way. You understand? That we should be below average, and we are scared that we will be sleeping on the ground when we know we can still reach for the top. if we put if a terrible person comes up, we'll still remove him as we remove the prof and put someone else until we get it right. Maybe from now till that time now they get to Chinedu's turn. Because I know any day that Chinedu is the governor now, I know that Anambra State will be great. Number one, Chinedu does not like money.
Are you sure? Are you sure that we are not saying that once Chinedu becomes the governor, it will not become your people's turn that knows Chinedu?
Well, fortunately for you, you have men of integrity around you that will not allow that. Only the business is enough to make sure that Anambra State is going well. I'm very sure of that. He will not even be part of any hanky-panky. So I'm not even scared that if you're a governor, you will not get good advice from people around you. I'm not scared about it at all. So that they can test what good governance feels and looks like. You understand? Because a lot of people don't even know what it feels like. Even Alex Oti said he's giving them crumbs. Trust me. We deserve much more. See, you have gone abroad now. I don't need to be telling you have you been abroad. If you go abroad, you know that we are suffering in this country. This is an oil-rich country. Look at what we are passing through. And there is no state in Nigeria that is not blessed with mineral resources. There is only agriculture. Only agriculture is supposed to put us on the map. Only agriculture. And my daughter agrees. So what I'm just trying to say is that we deserve better. If you go to Qatar, Dubai, all those places that you know that we are really suffering in this country. Even the road, the so-called road they are doing for us, they are below standard. It's not something that will stand the test of time. 2 rain, 3 rain now, everything will flood away. So all these things we are even saying that he's doing road, he's doing this, he's doing that. It's not something that will still stand the test of time. Maybe in the next 5 years now, the road will not be standing. So what I'm just trying to say in conclusion is, let's give someone else a chance. Let's see what someone else can do for Anambra State. Let's stop this feeling that what if the next person is bad. Because the more we feel that way, the more we keep encouraging mediocrity. The truth still remains that even if Soludo comes back for a second tenure, he won't stay there forever. He will stay there for 4 years and he will leave. And we'll still put that person that you feel like is bad or something like that. Or by that time, they may bring out someone worse than him. So what I'm trying to say is that if you want to stop something, you have to stop it now, before it's too late. Because if we have stopped Buhari, trust me, maybe by now, Tinubu will not even be our president. But we didn't. Everybody just wanted Good Luck to disappear. The day I saw that Good Luck is no longer the president, I called him to be said. I told him that we are in trouble. He told me that what if Buhari is better than Good Luck? I told him Buhari can never be better than Good Luck because he has ruled Nigeria before and he did nothing. It was one of the worst times in Nigeria. So what made us think that he will be better now? I said it in 2015. If Ndubise will remember. I used to foresee future.
So we are putting it to you. Loyal people that gave you are part of the people that gave Buhari moral support.
Yes, Ndubise gave Buhari moral support. He told me categorically, what if Buhari is better than Good Luck? I told him Buhari cannot be better than Good Luck Jonathan. I said, no, come on. In fact, can't switch his head to Igbo because he were that time. I need an Amuriamu because then we were still enjoying our life. But now, I'm up all from 2015 to 2025. The country has changed so drastically, and unfortunately, for the worse, not even for the better. All the pathetic. So I don't want to stand on that. What's it called? That what if we put someone worse? Please, let's try someone else. And they encouraged me at the time that Buhari will be better. Now I have one here Buhari Merai.
Oh, already no. Already bewuge. Andy.
So
if you go near Suniva in Aya.
Mind so I know the kind of vote to Buhari self.
Alone.
He was if the boy.
Queen of praise, don't put it to me. Don't put it to me. You know the truth that I'm one of my support to Buhari. But for the fact that Jonathan disappointed me as a person because I can see expectation things I may expect from Jonathan, but Jonathan allowed the wife. You carry your leg, waka come. You know, Jonathan allowed the wife access to the people's power to be deciding firing shots from Asorok. You know, a lot of people are not just comfortable with Jonathan. But however, like I said, abroad because Jonathan Emir of Makam is vote for Buhari. I never, and I didn't vote for Buhari. But it's unfortunate. It's sad. Coming to what we are discussing, like I said, Soludo scored below average. But the question every other person is asking, if not Soludo, who else? Who would you trust? You said Choma Ife Meredika. If Choma Ife Meredika is the person that we should trust. Yes, Choma is a good lady, and Choma has a heart of, I mean, Choma can never be there for can money na you know, Obi Seiga, or Arabia Gameka, only money, no piano. This thing that about good governance is all about creating happiness, and how you create it doesn't matter. As long as you do something in a majority of the people are so happy with you, and that is what is good governance. So even when somebody do accessible to the people, and when we are if any not me, I don't know everything alone, and I cannot boast of knowing everything, you know. But it's just me knowing and understanding the feelings of the people and what the people want, and having an open door policy so that I could be able to go out there and hire the best hands that will serve the interest of the people, no matter who's us is God. That is what is important. So we have people, they are listed there after Soludo. We look at the top people contesting to be the governor of Anambra State. We look at Soludo, we look at Mogala. Mogala is of Labour Party, and Mogala is the person representing the interest of Peter Obi in Anambra State. So if you say a vote for Mogala is a vote for Peter Obi 2027. If Igbo people desire to be president in 2027, Mogala is a sure bet to go. Then after Mogala, Labour Party, you have APC. Ikukwama and Epunifa. So some people will say Ikukwama business, but money or managing a business or public wealth called manages. Some other people said that he has failed woefully in management of his personal businesses and only Joe on social media. Of course, I cannot verify that. I'm only saying what people have said and what we've seen on social media, but I'm not saying these news or stories have been confirmed. So it's not talking about if is deputy governor. People are not putting deputy governors into equation because we all know that deputy governors are spare tires. They don't have constitutional power. It's whatever the governor decides, that's what they do. If the governor thinks that you are smarter or you are powerful more than the governor will put you where you belong. And that is what has been happening in the past. And the Purifier and the Kwama cannot be an exception. So what we are looking at, we are considering the people at the front. That is the governor. Soludo, Mogalo, and Ikukwama. Who should go?
Well,
That thing is open for everybody to decide.
well, you put it here, when you put it there, in the sense that Ikukwama, Soludo, and the other. One day they could point PDP. The PDP and organization now.
I'm on the man for yourself.
Ah, to talk about PDP is more complete. It shall come to pass. It shall come to pass. The PDP, for the first time, no state in the southeast had PDP governor. For the first time since 1999. Bound to be so crazy open.
It's true. Nobody talks of PDP now. I'm saying that Mama as a governor under PDP.
Well,
Nke unu na-anwụchazi something kwe na ndị Chinedu ka nwekwa unu nke m na-ahụ.
you know, okay, now, Puchalo. So now, you know the country, Saya. I everyone came as open. So the only candidate that is up against Soludo at this election, but that of Labour Party. That's the closest. Sharma has a lot of courage. Sharma of AAC has a lot of courage. And I will not be part of any discussion that will discourage her on her candidacy. Honestly, one will love you. And her message and her zeal for good governance is unquestionable. Manazi, just like what I asked Moal, can only Anambra State trust him with their vote? Or can he win the trust of the people to give him their votes? Apart from winning the trust of the people, what it will take to change the mindset of many people, especially in the belief now, come on, waste the vote, you know, no man, no other. But that way, always when and when they win. So I go even the children win, I go quick. And you are the end. So I check out these indices. Man, those are the only viable candidates, you know. But Labour Party with the closest. PDP, I would never know on a race. Am I here? APC. Hey. Even my position knows I got about. Eba na kwa ka ndị ụka nọrọ ebe ahụ. And APC over the years has proven that now epenyero. Any na-ekwedu kamali ihe bụ your opinion with respect to like APC kita from here na afọ. Onwere onye now support here for their national distance. Their working national whatever. National working committee. The national body doesn't seem to be supporting them. Have you look?
Seriously, Emma, the last time I had a flag of their campaign in Anambra State, I expected to see very important people in APC headquarters. I expected to see, who is saying that Tinubu cannot come? I expected to see Jagaban, the almighty Jagaban. I expected to see him in Anambra State. I expected to see the national chairman of APC. Of course, I expected to see Hope Uzodimma and Uzodimma and Omaha, all those power brokers, APC power brokers in Southeast. But they didn't come. Then it was Ikedife Jr. Ikedife Jr. was the chairman of the people that came of APC that came for the flagging off of their campaign in Anambra State. So what it means is that the national body is not supporting what the APC, Anambra APC, is doing. But Ikoma, being a businessman, he has a lot of money. He has so much money. I don't know who is backing him or where he's getting his own support. But from what I've seen, I know that he's spending a lot of money behind the scenes. That Anambra guy, Isinyi, Isinyi is campaigning for APC. And his campaign basically was powered or was fueled with monetary inducement. There was so much money. He got so much financial support to energize his campaign or oil his campaign propaganda against Soludo. So, to that extent, I think Ikukwama has so much financial muscle. In Anambra State or Nigeria, money is important, whether you like it or not. Even if your message has connected with you, you must have spent so much money. Visiting several spots and places or locations. And it's that will connect you to the people. So I know the national body not connecting with the state is a serious setback on APC campaign. But however, nobody should ignore them. They are making impact. But like you said, Chinedu, the two most viable persons we are looking at are Professor Charles Soludo, who has the taxpayers' money, Anambra money, and Chief George Morgan of Labour Party. George Morgan is making serious impact because of P2B. Because P2B has been moving around with him from one market, from one community to the other, campaigning. So that will also work in favor of Morgan. So that is my assessment. And Chirebi, last week we interviewed Morgan, and the guy, I think he has programs. And of course, his emotional intelligence to me is excellent. Unlike Soludo. Soludo has issue with emotional intelligence. Sometimes Soludo will say he's not a politician, but it's not true. Everybody is a politician. It's not. You are not playing politics the right way. does not mean you are not a politician, or you are not managing people's emotion does not mean you are not a politician. Soludo is a politician, but what is working against him is inability to manage his emotional intelligence, and that is where George scored a higher mark. George is more matured, more accessible, more engaging, more experience when you talk about political participation. He has been in politics all his life. Then, if you talk about having vision, the one thing is to just to have make yourself accessible to the people, be open to the people. Then, having that maturity to understand what people want, and that is all what you need. You should be able to assemble the best people. Once you can manage people, you can, if you have opportunities to be in government, Iga assemble the best brain ndị Igbo nọ na all over the world. And what you do as a governor is just to coordinate. And every other thing will begin to fall in place. And that is Soludo's point. Because Soludo is not a government house like this. Now think it straight. Not a professor. He knows everything. Of course, because he's a professor, what else can you? Can you advise him? Who are you? If we're first class, a Malasso, if we're international person, if we're global personality, you don't have all those CVs. So who are you to advise our dear professors? So that is affecting him. Because anybody now must everything also. But as someone like George Morgan, you've been with him, you've interviewed him, you know how talk with shit. You said it cheated. People can easily say something. Can just grab blah 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 blah. But Olusegun go and do it. Do you have the character to do it? Oh, because I've worked with Queen for so many years. So Queen is convinced that ND as a person has character. If he say I will do this thing, he will go about doing that. It boils down, it's a function of character. If you have the character, behind you, you should be able to still keep on doing that thing. Even when nobody is looking at you, you will just be doing that thing. You will just be consistent, insist that the right thing be done. And that is what some people do not have in politics. So what's it for somebody with that quality, with that character, to manage his emotions and manage his mouth, to say what will please people's heart, and not just saying it, but doing it. I think we are good to go. So I see that quality in George Moral.
Okay. When? Power to the women.
Instead of these things catching our chances, I'm totally behind Chioma. You already know the reason why I'm behind her. So, but if I will vote for George Moalo, because when it comes to election, you have to put your emotions and sentiments aside and do the right thing. Not the right thing. I don't want to use that word. Politics is about politics is ruggedity. So you have to rugged it. Let me use that word. Rugged. You have to rugged it. So if you want to rugged it, you have to put your vote where it will look like something will come out from this thing, though. Because I know that if I vote for Chioma now, maybe it's my vote and her family vote now. That's it. So at least because of P2B's influence, I feel like George Moalo will get substantial votes. So I'll go with NG.
No, boy, now I go with ND. Every time go with ND, go with ND.
Because I've stayed with him, and I don't doubt whatever he approves of. I don't doubt it. They always turn out to be great. They always turn out to be great.
Okay. And you didn't know that ND is part of those who like Nasoludo.
Yes, that's true, but you won't blame him because he was looking at someone that had economic idea, like he's an economist. So he was, as an economist, on a itinerary economist, he was. It's just that unfortunately the said economist lacks character, which is not Andy's fault at this time. This time around, it's not his fault actually. It's not even. He wanted to go for the best, someone with character, someone who had pedigree. No, someone we felt is knowledgeable enough and may connect with the people. But unfortunately, I went on a level 0, Salute on a level 1,000. Or there, the gap on you that I know na Nigeria. How did you know? Ona was the promise in Dubai. All of Dubai, I can't own Nigeria.
Hey, but Chinedu, you know as well as I do that it is in FYI I am a mistake. Soludo is trying. As at the time that election, Soludo is the best. Okay, you may expect a country Val or seat.
Thank you.
You may expect country Oba and the Kezafia of APC.
Some say we will keep now vote to tell us Soludo. Another shishi. Kind of one of my polling units, I say we secure our vote, we secure child. What kind of music I hear Anambra? That's the only thing that is paining me. Because like these people, I wanna we used our BVI influence. Now got here like 10 million.
We spent rather
instead we spent our own money safe.
Na radio.
It's not like it's a wasted effort. In a way, Asera na Soludo were 0. Asera na Soludo were 2/100.
You gave him below average. He's still poor. Poor.
Yes.
University, they carry over.
Asera not that below average. I'm fair. He were 40.
You still writing D na.
No, he went D and carry over. D.
Okay, they will carry over.
Below average.
Fail now. Diablo fail.
Bro, fell below average. Average is 50/100. Oh, we can wear 40. You want to go? Invite you to Soludo Kitano. I go give 10. Soludo, excellent thing. Soludo no Fun City. Queen, if you see Anambra State, I will take you to Fun City. You want to go?
Oh, I could go me here. Do you get what would be my benefit? Nancy can be Anambra State be at all vote. Because my voters card there, I'm an eligible voter. I'm going to make it now. You should collect me with Soludo. Mama la move your Anambra State be at earlier.
Okay.
Soludo, Judge Moore, Judge Moore.
Yeah, he vote.
Okay, Judge
I will not vote for Onya.
Now let me say this. Queen Uneku, what Queen was saying about he wasted her vote on Chioma. It might not all the line with that in our home, and that it will be the biggest challenge Chioma will have. Not because she will have a lot of people that will support her, that will love her message, that will, be in tune with her message. But definitely, Emekwa, yeah, if I die, hi. Manome win, Each of one get win. That's the problem. You know what?
An eligible voter. Imagine that election they vote in Anambra State. So, I will not judge more. I will reason in Anambra State. My brother.
You need the reason to vote.
Yes, now. They might just bam to be. Hey, reason, no. A good one. Why is worth the stress?
Well, Chami Female Duke should have been a good option, man. If we go our biggest challenge that now people may not even necessarily vote her because of their perceived this thing that now we came here. May win now. So people are just not to only have feel no get win. And in so doing, now I need lose come more vote. Okay, now that is her biggest, that will be her biggest challenge. And if everybody that believes in her message votes for her, if not,
I believe in her message. I believe that she will do better.
You believe she will do better, yet you don't want to vote for her.
Not necessarily that I don't want to vote for her. There is no man no name can trauma in Anambra State. That's the question.
Must you know her before you vote for her?
Yes. A lot of people have to know her and be convinced that he vote Tori and not you win. What if my vote now is the only vote that more allow me to win? Okay. Then Soludo na under him who's the governor again. So Soludo could request the governor again. If Onya represents Onya
I understand.
You get my point now.
Yeah. Anyways, if we're going to call to where the IRAP was going up on this program for now.
Makana battery mo and nose dive in 2025 I occurred run Nigeria.
Audio.
I am Morocco since yesterday.
Indeed. I share me Keka Yesu Awu how do we do this? IRAP ambassador I kwekwana yekukata ziva anu atile eme election aka we maluno.
Yes, I agree.
But ike gugu ma ndi na emeku vote ni oneself.
Yes, I agree quick I motivate voter.
Man, sorry, I said me and NDP Tita now. I've got a lot of people on my timeline. Tita na netina. Igwa na asige ha Soludo. Na Soludo no menka. Even those people I told you guys I'm going to talk about can have vote more. I called her. She told me that her mom, because her mom were influenced na side now her mom kwa Soludo ka ha netinye lo. Na Soludo me kwa menka. So you'll be surprised that a lot of people actually like Soludo. Ndi one Anambra State. They actually feel that Soludo is working.
No, amazim ka onye nozi Lagos geji we na amazim ndi na Anambra State onye ka alaba mma.
Why not? Adi ma batono.
Na ndi na ebe anwa.
Ko onye na-ekwu on Lagos ka ọ
Mba on Anambra State. In fact, on no Umudioka. On the place na vote normally. Okay. I told you I'm going to put a call through to them now. I told you. Now, our last time I discussed when that lady Nekuruma Kamoalu, I want some people. Let me see if I can convince them to vote for Hasim na Hamadi George Moalo na Hamadia. That they don't know him, and Soludo is doing well for them. Not Soludo Kahayeti Yellow. Mukwana Hasim no Soludo.
See, when we should understand this thing, this is our good governance and advocacy. So many of our people don't even understand the meaning of good governance or what to expect. Or to Chinedu may go travel, and to you, no Lagos. Of course, you have access to social media. You see what is happening around the world. And you see, ebe afọ ịnọkịta ọ bụrụ na enwere ọkụ, ego onye na-akwụ n'ụgwọ ọkụ, ego onye na-akwụ n'ụgwọ ụlọ, ego onye na-akwụ n'ụgwọ mmiri, landlord gị gbapụ mmiri. Enwere ihe a na-akpọ public pipe water, mmiri for everybody. All landlord alone upon me, So, but the people know on some locations, and what any expectation from government, because all the government in our a broad government in the family, a broad government in our pension, a broad government in the only thing I all of house, security adequate. No more can feel more than side ever feel before. So no that also go also na unity to Mbako side. Even pass through your street. What has also enough?
Yes, I'm the last time Anambra.
The fact don't look at those roads. Under 10 years is a lot of projects. He has, in fact, Okaligo, Governor Suchigo, 24 years in Anambra State. You got that? So you give it to people. Soludo has done massively well. People should support him. But it's quite different from the assessment coming from GGM. That is my explanation to the people. When GGM expectation might not be too popular now, or rather popular now. But the fact is that we will not change from what we are saying. What we are saying is that it is the responsibility of government to ensure that people will
security, free education, health, good health care.
Yes,
that's all. Other than then job opportunities and
yes. So in way basic things happen. A situation whereby a governor has the power to manage electricity distribution in his state. Then they put Anambra State, and what anything so those women go, and what a plan towards that. He doesn't have plan towards that. A common man, they don't they don't understand. They don't understand not the state government will see a mandate that disco company now supply electricity to do the needful. Whereby the state governor is not doing that, he work industry general produce, not the failure on the part of the state government. Hamara, they don't understand that one. Until somebody got all these things in the people government, they provide there for the people. If we elect magic, any other thing. But all the elections, what are these fundamentals? What are how to manage people's emotions? And he's managing the voters' emotion well. Ija abakata sini na authority. Owo na abaka ina police state now. Ne mmadụ aka ga na agba na phone na akpa anyị. Si anyị na idol na in fact na anyị bụ ndị sabotua. Na anyị na-alụ APC or na APC ebule ebe anyị. We can't do this kind of thing in Aba. But in Anambra State, if we audio play before this program, it's somebody from Soludo Town. He tell you are good governance. Obona Soludo Nata village as a governor. On where you are at town hall meeting. And where something an about town hall meeting. Not noble like this is seeking where town hall meeting within the boon. It was as a governor, this guy who get about idea. Is here like if you talk the government in Malaga. In your opportunity, the guy will talk. Ogutia is okay. Commissioner for youth or commissioner for agriculture. Write his name. We will include him in his team. This guy has the experience. Another person, with that engagement alone, he reduced the number of opposition. They can make oppose na your community. He reduced to the
Bare minimum.
yes, to the barest minimum. Government, can work and whatever government can mellow about 4 million people in Anambra State. Government, they please share the 4 million people. It's not possible.
At all.
But all governments use that platform they have to please majority of the people. Because solo don't want the platform. So the software alone, going to a government and what they can organize you have to poultry is may organize. Because here this guy who on and say they are alone 200,000 to 1 million naira. If people will age loan 200,000 naira. But assuming organize a poultry, from China, and to all the China, no Ibadan here. And when in our package, each choice of 1,000, only like this, and a package here like this, above baby. A governor bring the investors, bring their issue of bring their nigga from their like Fidelity Bank. Where is there? Be a manager of your farm. Or was it no, be a manager of your farm. The Fidelity Bank will fund Ndenalo Nyoko, Nandenalo Noko. Then any legal no somewhere nature, they got packages or somewhere nature. At the end of the day, okay, money of the industry and I saw that. When I was talk, no any process, no any package, then the market. Different hotels and Anambra State gonna be able to this packaged chicken, repackaged ones to the frozen chicken. How gonna be able to So a governor he may organize these factors of production. He may organize these factors of production. And when he says it's the money, they are one loan of 200 to 1 million. So when you say once you two skills, why you two skills? Hello, Chile, are you still there?
Sure, now, of course.
When you say when you do skills, set up cooperatives, only graduate, or ban the cooperative, and each cooperative is more than 500 people. Each cooperative wherever specializes towards solving a societal problem. Even Anambra capital, and we a lot of problems. For instance, and we are about from A road, from B road, from C road. If that are from C road, like internal roads, possible responsibility of local government administration. Internal roads like estates, like Imoba, in the cooperative, they go civil engineering, and they go building technology, architect. It is another cooperative. It's if what I need or what the state government want, let's partner with local government so that all the roads in this local government from C roads to there, this cooperative will be in charge of that. It's a direct work. You guys should go and give me the cost. Then the funding, the Oba people. You tell them that each kilometer of road is 1 million naira. Government will match you with 600,000 naira. You bring 400,000 naira. Once the community people see how transparent you are, how sincere you are, And the people who got the all, and the people who got the all got the youth, what you two skills, don't found the all. So that contract of 300 million naira should be going to that cooperative. And they are going for unonotia in your Chinedu, just tell me how the internal roads or trunk C roads in Anambra State will not be built within 1 year. Tell me why it should not be built within 1 year. It was the case. It was the.
I want to reason not get you where they to.
So if you're going to make IT technology, it's if I go and code all the streets doing it in Anambra State. Go and code. Go and give street numbers. So that after there, about this is this street, this is this street. If that you are about 3D or GPS, like your Google map, enough for the close there. If that no Mudioka, enough for the streets. Because all by numbering and by naming all those streets, Google map can easily identify them. So development is not intentional. When you are training youth like this, it's not why you do skills. You train them, you give them 300,000. In a year, 300,000 to do. Are you a professor of economics? If why akwụkwọ na-agụ na ewumewu, because it's not about speaking grammar. Ndị na-asụ Igbo karịrị, ndị na-ede grammar karịrị. But ndị na-solve problem akarịasị. It is about using that education to solve societal problems. And I've just given you two. I've just given you two on how one you two skills through cooperative can develop internal roles, trunk C roles. And again, need go IT, need train on coding, need train on graphic design, how they can beautify the streets and code all the streets. Ndị nọzi estate management, environment, ebido kọwa flower. Ije ebe a na-akụ flower, ha na-achọ afịa, na-achọ market. Ha na-achọ afịa. But government nọ there. Government is highest spender of money. All government na power any system. How do you power this one you do scale people to go and develop the environment? Environment like London, Switzerland, is it difficult? We have millions of jobless youths that are here looking for jobs. They've not seen. Every month, getting money you cannot justify. But pay people money to work.
Anyway, I end quite the program. One, and there we go from our own end. So, this is an impromptu broadcast and discussion. So we'll have more time to discuss on it on a later date, maybe by the time I get to the studios. Thank you. All right. So thank you, Andy. Yeah. Until I come back again. Yeah, to our viewers, that is it on this episode for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye for now. Stay blessed and stay safe. Who should win Anambra governorship election?
Let's by enemies stop corruption.